Today is the 18th of November 2024 and I have decided to change my life. Yeah, you better not stop. You got 24 seconds. 2024 is almost coming to an end and a lot of us want the best for our 2025. Everybody wants to have a better next year. But the question is, how are you going to achieve that? How are you going to make 2025 your best year? Should you wait till 2025 before you start? The answer is start now. If you start today, you would have done it for over 40 times before 2025. The biggest hurdle is to get over yourself and start it. Hi besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Favour. In this channel, I do lifestyle vlogs and I drop videos to help us grow and just become your better self. In this video, I achieved this look and we talked about the literal steps that you're going to take to change your life before 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and I'll see you at the end of the video. I have decided that 2025 is the year that I achieve my dreams. What are the dreams that I want to achieve? How do I achieve these goals? What are the things that would hinder me from achieving these goals? That's all I want to talk about in this video. Now, I'll be doing this while I apply my makeup to head out for work. I'm the first child and only daughter from a Nigerian family. I grew up in Rivers State, Port Harcourt. Basically, all my parents taught me is go to school, earn a good degree, get a job, get married, have kids, and your life is set. Now, bear in mind that I come from an average family. Of course, I was being groomed to live an average life. I always knew that I wanted so much more out of life. So after school, I moved to Lagos. I got a decent job and I said I want more from life, and I did nothing about it. Granted, I really didn't know what I was supposed to do, but I didn't really do anything. Where I was when I moved to Lagos in 2021. Obviously, that's not where I am currently. But when I think about it, it feels like I've grown, but then at the same time, I haven't. What are the goals I've decided to do? One of the first things is to get multiple sources of income. One of them being YouTube. I had a former channel where I used to be on, off and on, off and on. So I decided to scratch that. I'm going to start this channel from the beginning. I want to take my YouTube seriously because I want to get monetized there and earn from it. 2, I want to speak more fluently. I just want to have like a very fluent speaking practice, or just like speak more fluently. 3, I also want to be soft-spoken. I want to speak more softly. I watch a lot of TikTok videos and Kylie Jenner is someone I follow, and personally I just love how soft-spoken she is. Not to say that I want to talk like her, but I love how soft-spoken she is and I want that for me. The 4th one is I want to have my dream body, and my dream body is me being fit. I want to have a really flat tummy. I used to have a flat tummy, but then life happened. It's not so flat it's not so flat anymore. So I want to have my flat tummy back, just basically like have it toned. But the 5th one is I want to be financially free. I don't want to have to live from paycheck to paycheck. I want to be financially free and make smart financial decisions. 6th one is I want to travel more. I saw this TikTok that said by the time I would have saved up to travel the world, there will be no more world, and that was so funny. Trying to do my brows. Yeah, and the 7th one is I want to be more spiritually grounded. I want to have a really great relationship with Jesus and just like pray more, read my Bible more often, trust in God more, basically. The final one is I want to be in a relationship. These are the 8 goals that I have for myself that I know that if I achieve them, I will just be a better version of me. What are the things that are stopping you from doing this? What are the things that are going to stop you from actually achieving all this? One of the problems that will stop me from achieving these goals are: number 1, procrastination. This is one thing that I have struggled with for the better part of my life. Now, because I'm someone who would naturally get things done, I put off doing things because I would get it done. Take this video for example. I was meant to film this video yesterday, but then I told myself, oh, I can film it today. One of the problems that would not allow me achieve my goal is procrastination, putting things off until the final minute. Another thing that would hinder me from achieving these goals are lack of discipline. One thing I have realized is your brain is not your friend. When it comes to looking for excuses, your brain knows how to produce buttload of excuses. There is always a reason why you shouldn't do something, but if you are disciplined, you're going to do them regardless of those reasons. Another thing that would prevent me from doing this thing is listening to my feelings. Feelings are very fleeting. One minute you feel you want to change your life, the next minute you're like, I can do it later. If I rely on my feelings to do what I said I'm going to do, I won't achieve. Another thing that is going to hinder me from achieving these goals are talking about them more than I am actually doing them. Talking about doing something is not doing that thing. Thinking about doing something is not doing that thing. Complaining about how you've not done something is not doing that thing. The only thing that is doing that thing is doing that thing. I understand when people say move in silence, because actually, if you talk about things too much, you won't do that. Another thing that is going to hinder me from not achieving my goals are wasting my time with looking for ways on how to achieve my goal. If I say I want to start earning on YouTube, right, and I spend all my time watching videos on how my channel got monetized in 8 weeks, how my channel got monetized in 10 weeks, and that's all I spend my time doing? I'm not getting my channel monetized. I'm actually helping other people. Like, the only thing that would get my channel monetized is actually posting videos. And how do I post the videos if I don't film it? And that's not to say you should not research about things. Obviously, you should do your research and all that, but don't waste your time doing too much research. I find ways to waste my time, all in the name of, oh, I'm doing research, I want to find out how to do it properly. But you might as well just do it and learn from it. Do it, fail, and then learn from it. So now that we have gotten all the problems that would stop me from achieving my goals out of the way, let's talk about how I can now actually achieve the goals that I've set out for myself. How do you prevent these things from stopping you? The first strategy that I want to implement is actually stop thinking. We spend so much time thinking about what we want to do that we actually end up never actually doing it. I can overthink for a living. So sometimes I get into my overthinking mode and it literally becomes paralyzing. Like, I cannot do anything just because I have made up so many scenarios in my head of how this thing is going to go bad and how I would feel really stupid if at the end of the day I do this thing and it doesn't work, something I haven't even done. I'm going to stop thinking about things and just do it. I'm using this powder palette. I realize I haven't been talking about what I've been doing. The second way I've decided to implement all I want to achieve is I have to start seeing myself as someone who has already achieved all those things. Now, the brain boost you get from that is unmatched. If your goal is to become a YouTuber, for example, if your goal is to become a really successful YouTuber, you have to start seeing yourself as a really successful YouTuber and start acting how a really successful YouTuber would act. How would a really successful YouTuber act? They're going to create content, and they're going to create quality content for the audience that loves them and they love. Every day that I wake up, I'm going to ask myself, am I getting closer to who I want to be or not? Have I done things today that will take me closer to speaking more fluently, getting multiple streams of income, i.e. filming for YouTube, making sure that I've uploaded on all my social media platforms, growing my platforms, getting a remote job to support the job I already have? Have I done things to ensure that I am more spiritually grounded? Have I read my Bible today? Have I prayed? When I ask myself this kind of questions, it's a way to hold myself accountable. The things you said you were going to do, have you done them? If you take it one step at a time like that, it's easier to digest than looking at it as a bulk goal. Personally, I like to digest, I assimilate things in smaller doses instead of looking at it in such a grand way. That way it's very intimidating. But the minute I break it down into like smaller doses, into daily doses, it's very easy for me to assimilate. Another step that I've put in place to help me achieve my goal is I have to be honest with myself. We like to lie out to ourselves a lot. I'm 29. I have lived, in quotes, recklessly for 29 years of my life. I'm not going to wake up one day and suddenly I'm very careful, I'm very disciplined. It's going to take a while. You have to give yourself grace. Being real with yourself is telling yourself, I know I have a problem, in quotes. It's not going to take overnight. When I snap my finger, everything is good. No, it's going to take time. It's going to take work. Some days I would fail. And being so honest with myself to tell myself that yes, there are some days I will actually fail helps me to not get so beaten when I actually do fail, because you will fail. There are some days you would ask yourself, have you done these things today? You would say no, and you still won't do it. I know it takes time. Another step that would help me get closer to my goal is coming up with an actual plan on how to do the things. I want to be more spiritually grounded. So I'm going to have to read my Bible twice in a day. To ease into it, I will start with reading my Bible once every day for 7 days. Then after the 7th day, I will increase it. I will make it twice a day. Sit down and map out actual steps. It's fine and good to have all this motivation mentality, but you're going to have to map out actual steps on how you intend to achieve that. You are the only one that can save you. I've always had this thing that someone is going to come and save you at the end of the day. A man is going to come and save you. A man is going to come and marry you, and then all your finances will be set because he's going to do it. I had to do a mindset shift that I am the only one that can save me. Nobody's coming to save me. So I have to get up and take charge of my life. I have to decide what I want for my life and how my life is going to go, and just push myself in the life that I want for myself, not the life that I happen to fall into. I want something for myself. What are the plans I'm going to take to do it? Like I said, number one, be honest with yourself. So you're earning 100k and you say, oh, I'm going to save 100k. From where? You have bills to pay. At the end of the day, you can only save 10k. That's 10k. Do the things you say you're going to do, and you don't end up hating yourself or feeling so bad because you were very real and very honest with yourself and you did the actual work, shifted your mindset. Stop talking. There's this dopamine shot that you get when you talk about your goals. Talking about the things you want to do is not doing it. Talk less and do it. I want to do, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. Because don't you think it will be more fun to talk about it after you've done it? So now let's actually bring it to my personal goals. I want to have multiple streams of income. First of all, I will post frequently on YouTube. I will post for the month of December. I'm going to post 2 videos per week. Instagram and TikTok, I'm going to post every single day for the rest of the year, so I can build my audience and have, you know, a community of people who trust me well enough to take my advice. Basically, I'm going to take up courses that will just boost my CV and put myself out there to apply for jobs. I'm going to take networking seriously. I'm going to talk to everybody who cares to listen about what I do. I'm going to pitch myself to friends because you don't know who is listening. These are the ways I intend to get multiple streams of income. Now, speaking more fluently, I'm going to watch videos and practice what I see them do, and do it every single day. Being soft spoken, I need to identify my triggers. What are the things that trigger me? Because I have triggers, and it's my triggers that make me flare up. So I'm identifying my triggers and working on them. Have my dream body. I'm going to work out. I can't work out every single day because, again, I'm being honest with myself. I'm going to work out at least 3 times a week for the rest of the year. Stop eating at night. Once it's 8 p.m. and I haven't eaten, that's it for the day. I'll eat the next day. I'll just take water and go to bed. Being financially smart, financially responsible and all that, I'm going to be really, really strict with my budget. Every single month, I'm going to write out the budget for the month and stick to it all through 2025. Earn more, spend less, save, travel more. I always think, oh, I should start with the big places. No, I'm actually going to start looking at traveling to countries around Nigeria before I start looking at, you know, the big country. These are steps on how I have decided to achieve them. And best believe I'm going to achieve them. Why? Because number one, I have figured out what it is I want to achieve, things that are going to hinder me from achieving them, and I have written the steps on how I am going to achieve these things. So I'm almost ready to head out to work, and I'm ending the video here. So basically, all I want to say is you shouldn't be afraid to start. It's never too late to change your life. You don't have to wait for the beginning of the year to change your life. You don't even know how far you can go until you start. You deserve to enjoy life. Whatever it is you want to achieve, you can do. You have no idea just how powerful you are. You have no idea how good life is going to get for you once you decide, yes, I want more out of life. Don't work based on your feelings. Don't do things based on how you feel. Just do it, because if you work based on your feelings, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to do things because you have to do things. Every single day you wake up to work on your goals, do it because I have to meet my future me. I have to meet my higher self. Do it regardless of how you feel. By the time you start doing things, you're going to learn to start trusting yourself more, because you can keep your promises to yourself. Whatever it is you say you do it. I really hope this video has been really helpful for you. Let me know in the comment sections, what are the things you want to do? What are the goals you have for yourself for 2025? You can start now. Start today. Don't wait till 2025. Start today. By the time we're in 2025, you would have done it more than 40 times. I love you so much, besties, and I can't wait for us to achieve our goals and see you on the other side. And don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading them and I'll be replying. I actually think my makeup came together really nicely. This is usually what I do for work. Just something very light, very not so much. This is my everyday office makeup look. Until next time, my darlings, I love you, but God loves you best. Bye.